In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, Amen. We celebrate the feast of St Fidelis, one of the early holy martyrs. And in the time of martyrs, in the early church, the world was very pagan. The world was very evil, and it was persecuting the Christians. And today we also live in a very pagan, a very evil world. The persecution is not violent yet, so not too violent anyway. But there is indeed a persecution, and the truth is despised and persecuted everywhere. But a difference was, in the time of the martyrs, the Christians were all united. They were all united. There was one faith, and they were all believing together, and they were all supporting one another and working with one another, and they were all united to our Lord Jesus Christ. And they all had honored our Blessed Mother. And so they would even encourage somebody who was being martyred, the other Christians, if they thought he was wavering. They would encourage him even at the risk of their own lives. And sometimes then they were also required to be martyred. But today we have the persecution from the world, and the days are evil. But also we don't have the unity in the as they had. We're not all working together, fighting for the faith, and this is because we don't have the proper authority supporting us. At that time, the popes always supported the Christians and always supported the martyrs, and they were usually martyred themselves. All the earlier popes were martyred. They all died for the faith because they were supporting the Christians, but many of them were also dying for the faith. But today we have the Pope. In our lifetime, we've had the popes that have not supported the Christians and not supported the church, and rather they've preferred the ways of the world. And even as we have now, the Pope is persecuting those who have the faith. So he's joining the persecutors, he's joining the world, and so we don't have this source of unity amongst us. But nevertheless, we have to stay united with our Lord Jesus Christ. And he's the vine, as we just read in the gospel, and the branches have to remain united to the vine. And the only way we can remain united to the vine is by keeping the faith, and keeping the faith without corrupting it, without allowing errors to be intermixed with it, and by avoiding those who do not keep the faith and do not want to keep the faith, and rather want to convert with the world and convert with the evil ideas of our age. And this is why we have to avoid to associate with the Pope and the bishops, because the Pope and the bishops are going the way of the world, and they're supporting the world rather than supporting the Christians, rather than supporting the Catholics. And so they say, no, we want to go the way of the world, and so we cannot go that way. We have to stay with our Lord Jesus Christ. We have to stay with the martyrs, stay with all the saints, and stay with those who were willing to die for the faith. So we have to say we have two persecutions, the one from outside and the one from inside. And, so this is a graver crisis than before, and we need greater humility to stay united to our Lord. Greater humility and greater purity and greater desire to live the faith to the fullest. So we want to ask our Lord for this, and ask Him that we might always keep the Catholic faith, and that we might be willing to die for the Catholic faith, as St. Fidelis and all the holy martyrs did. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. Dominus vobiscum. Oremus.
Hymn number 124. Faith of the Fatherless, who
shining steel, in spite of dungeon, fire, and sword. Oh, how our hearts beat high with joy whene'er we hear that glorious word. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. We will be true to thee till death. Our fathers chained in prisons dark were still in heart and conscience free. How sweet would be their children's fate if they, like them, would die for thee. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. We will be true to thee till death. Faith of our fathers, we will love, both friend and foe in all our strife, and preach thee to as love knows how, by kindly words and virtuous life. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. We will be